folks, welcome back to the farm. I'd love to tell you that it's a beautiful day outside, but it is not. It is not at all. It is windy, it is cold, and it is trying its darndest to snow. Believe it or not, we've had quite a few snow squalls come through here in the last hour, and it's a little bit miserable. So we're gonna be in the workshop, and that's just great because today we're not really working on a project, but we're working on the stuff that helps us work on projects. So we're gonna do the unboxing of this Dewalt cordless 5-tool combo kit. So the story behind this is, I don't know what this is worth. This is probably like $1,000 tool kit here. But I work for the same company for 12 years and I get safety awards every year. And you can go to this online store and then buy whatever you want with your safety points. And it's just like the carnival, right? If you hit the big prize, then you get the giant teddy bear. Well, the top of this list was a canoe, and it was kind of a running joke. Everybody wanted to save up all their points to get this canoe. And I think the company realized that, because a few people did actually get it, how impossible it is to ship this canoe. Well, anyways, I finally got enough points to get the canoe, and they took it away. So that wasn't on the list of options. But they had this combo kit of all these cordless tools. And because Carmen and I work on so many projects together, quite often we're like, oh, can I borrow your drill? Can I borrow this? Can I borrow that? And quite often it's, the other person's just sitting there twiddling their thumbs waiting for the first one to get done what they're doing. And I thought, well, this is pretty cool because we already have a selection of Dewalt tools, the 20-volt lithium-ion tools. And so this actually comes with the same charging stations, the same batteries. The actual drill is bigger. Comes with a recip saw. The cordless impact is the same cordless impact we have, so it'll go straight across. It comes with a 6.5-inch cordless circular saw, as well as the flashlight. So I thought that was pretty neat. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing opened up. So just because curiosity got the better of me, I had to look it up and see what this thing was worth. And I said, well, maybe it's $1,000 kit. Well, it turns out that really there's quite a wide variance price range on this kit. So I seen the cheapest was $569. The average is right around $700. And the most expensive I saw was at Lowe's. If you shop at Lowe's, sorry about your luck, but it was almost 1,100 bucks there. So it pays to shop around, or maybe it pays to just spend 12 years working for the same company and get it for free. Anyways, let's get this puppy open and see what we're looking at here. It looks like the box, everything comes in this awesome contractor bag, which is super heavy because it's full of tools, obviously. Let's get this thing unzipped and see what's inside. As I said, it comes with this super awesome bag here. I might take this on holiday with me if we ever get to go on holiday again. Dewalt, they're pretty proud that their stuff is made in the USA with global materials, which is a fancy way of saying that everything gets shipped from China, Japan, South Korea, and Mexico, and then gets assembled in the States before getting shipped out to your door. Let's have a look inside. The zipper glide's really nice. That's fantastic. It's always an issue on some of these contractor bags. The zipper sticks. Everything's wrapped in plastic, but as you can see, got some big batteries. The batteries we have on these other ones are actually quite a bit lower profile. So it will be interesting once we start running this stuff to see if the larger battery actually holds power for a longer period of time. It comes with 2 batteries, so that's fantastic. It comes with these awesome belt clips. I'm actually really glad that this comes separate from the tool because the cordless impact that we currently have, I did actually remove it because it was kind of a pain in the butt. When you try and change the battery, this would always stick down below the tool and you could never just have it standing on its own. Comes with the awesome charging station, similar, well, exactly the same as the one we have right now. Manuals, there's like manuals for every single one of them in your choice of languages. And it comes with, this must be the saw blade for the circular saw. So this is the handle for the large drill, which is right here. So pretty excited about this large drill because this is actually one size larger than the drill that we currently have. So again, it'll be interesting. It's quite a bit heavier already actually than the one we already have. But again, it will be interesting to see how much more power and torque this thing has by comparison to the other drill, as well as how long the battery life lasts. So that'll be subject of a future video. Here is the flashlight. Pretty excited about that. Let's swivel head, it clicks. So it's got a 90-degree range of motion. Comes with this awesome little clip that you can clip it onto something and hang it. And then just a trigger on and off. Get rid of some plastic here. Get rid of that clip because I don't want that. This is the cordless impact. So this is the one we currently already have. So this is why it makes it all worthwhile, because this is the one tool that we use just about daily, that we're constantly having to share and figure out where the other one, like where the other person's working, because this is the one we need. So I really like this because it has these 5/16 quick coupler in it, and you just pop your bit in there and away you go, Bob's your uncle, and just boom, boom, boom. Pretty slick. More plastic. And then here is the circular saw. So the circular saw, the handle kind of runs at a bit of a different angle than our current, corded circular saw. I think it's to accommodate the battery that sits right here. But this is going to be so valuable to us because we do so much work with a circular saw right now as it is, where we're working with, 50, 100, 150 feet of extension cord and then trying to run a tool out on the end of it. And these tools take a lot of power, and so you got to have some pretty heavy duty extension cords to get out that far. And so this will be exciting to be, we're just ditching the leash and we'll be able to go work wherever we want to work. But looks like a little safety thumb there. Depress the trigger. What's also cool about it is that if you're left-handed, you can do the same thing. So Dewalt put some thought into that, which is awesome. I'm sure the lefties will appreciate that. Myself, I'm ambidextrous, so it doesn't really matter much to me. And this is the final piece. This is the cordless recip saw. Again, one tool that we currently already have is a recip saw, but we don't have one that's cordless, so a lot of the work that we have to do is really already determined by how much extension cord you have. So this will be fantastic even for something as simple as going to the tree line and just cutting down some stray branches on some of our bushes and stuff. Or if we have some quick and dirty work to do, this will be able to help us out. Anyway, so these are all our parts and pieces here. We've got the cordless circular saw, the impact drill, the actual, this is a hammer drill, so like this thing's got some jam to it. 2 batteries, the handle for the drill, the cordless flashlight, the charging station, the recip saw, and not to be outdone, this fantastic piece of contractor luggage here. Like you literally could show up at the airport with this thing. It's got some rugged double stitched handles, a smooth, really smooth zipper. I was very impressed with how smooth that zipper unzipped. It's got a beautiful shoulders carrying strap here with a shoulder pad, and as well some nice side pockets where you can keep some additional tools, your pencils, your pens, your level, chalk, whatever it might be, pocket knives, things like that. So overall, fantastic first impression, but I guess it's going to come down to let's see how it works out in the field. Now, what's the first project going to be? We are currently working on Charlotte's Playhouse. So our Charlotte's Playhouse is our old garden shed. It's like a barn style shed. And we're converting it into, well, it's a barn with a balcony, with a slide, with all kinds of contraptions. And yes, we are absolutely limited by extension cords. So this is going to come super in handy because we can take all this tools down there, and you know what? We're only limited by battery life. So that's going to be the real test. Well, we're only a couple minutes in and Dewalt has already failed the first test. Maybe they haven't failed it yet, but certainly not looking good. The circular saw does come with this fantastic 6.5-inch blade. Now, to go ahead and install it, you'd think this would be super easy. It comes with an Allen wrench head, but it doesn't. The tool itself doesn't come with an Allen wrench that I can tell. Never mind, never mind. Look at this, look at this. Right in the handle, Dewalt has installed this handy dandy Allen wrench, which seems virtually impossible to remove from the handle, but we'll get it out here. There it goes. There, we're out. So we should be able to get that blade installed, and then this will just stow nicely in there, just like that, for the next time we need it. Well, all right, we've got our blade installed, battery's going. We're in business. What I like about this too is that it's got that brake on it, so that as soon as you let go of the trigger, that blade stops spinning. So not that I put my fingers in the way of a blade too often, but if I ever did, I sure would want it to stop in a hurry. I was just checking out the cordless flashlight now too. With that big battery on there, it does make it quite bottom heavy, but the light is nice and bright, as you can tell. So we're gonna use this at probably 2:30 in the morning to check our sheep, to see if we're having any lambs, and just see how this thing holds up in the dark. The other thing I do like is on the back of the battery, it's got this little indicator there. So you can press it and see how much battery life is left. As you can see, there's only the one bar in this thing because, well, it's literally just unboxed. It hasn't even sat on the charger, but still pretty impressive that, you know, right out of the box with a mostly dead battery, it's still that bright. So we'll see how it holds up on a full charge at 3 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, so it is now time to get a bucket of grain out, go check on the ewes and see if anybody's having a lamb. Then I'll be back to the chicken houses over here and see how many eggs we got. I forgot to get eggs the other day, so we had 2 days of eggs in the chicken house. We had 100 eggs stacked up there. Holy man. Well, not really 100. It was 99, but close enough, right? That's still a pile of eggs. So if you want some eggs, I know a guy. Good evening, ladies. You ready for some snacks? Oh yeah, you're ready for some snacks. Hi there, Annabelle. How are you today? Annabelle's our first lamb of the season. She was born on Easter Monday to old Mavis here. I don't know where Mavis is down the line, but pretty happy to have our first lamb. We're hoping for another one here tonight. It's looking like maybe Sharon. But every once in a while, they trick us into thinking they're gonna lamb, and actually they hold out for another month yet. So I guess it remains to be seen. So throughout the year, we don't give the ewes a lot of grain, but in the few weeks up to and including lambing, we do give them quite a bit more. It's a process called flushing, giving them a lot of high energy feed so that they're in their best possible condition to support the lambs. As you can see from the back of Sharon here, we've been talking about her udder for a while now. Like, I've seen dairy cows with smaller udders than this, so we're really convinced that, I mean, she's going to be any moment now if she's going to lamb, but she's also been holding out like this for at least a solid week. So we'll see. We're kind of hoping here today, if not today, then maybe this weekend sometime, to have some lambs come out of her. Annabelle's sneaking up down there. But there's a few of the girls that are bagged up. You know, Juliet over here is bagged up. Beatrice back there. Gertrude's even bagged up. So it's just a matter of time. It's a waiting game for sure. So this is our other source of high energy feed, and it looks kind of a mess right now, but I mean, you'd look like a mess too if you had sheep licking all over you for 2 months straight. But anyway, so this is a molasses lick tank. It's got an adaptable in it. So it's just basically, you guys remember from the old 80s and 90s, the old rollerball deodorant, basically the same concept, but the tank is full of 28% protein sheep supplement mixed off with molasses. So we got this from a guy named Rod English. Bought it through Bloom Enterprises here locally, and it's been fantastic. We've seen really good conditioning in the ewes this year. We've had in previous history, you know, you get feed conditions like this towards the end of the year. Feed conditions kind of decline right when you need it most. So adding a supplement like this was really good because it gives them their mineral, it gives them their selenium, it gives them their protein, as well as that molasses gives them lots of sugar, lots of high energy. So it's been really good for us so far. I think Mittens agrees. So does Ranger. So does Gertrude. If it's Gertrude approved, it's got to be good. Oh, Ranger, you're gonna get in the mix here. You're not gonna want to fight this fight. Gertrude, she plays for keeps. Don't run over
foot on the pedal. Put your foot on the pedal. There it is.
Look at Charlotte right here. Look at.
Oh.
Use your foot. Use your foot.
Just let her go. Whoa! Whee!
Is that fun? Here, let's go this way now.
Uh-oh. I think she's going in second gear. Fun. Is that fun? Bye. Was that fun?
Well, just come in with today's eggs. Got a pretty good haul. We got 49 eggs today, so that's pretty impressive. They're off supplemental light completely now, just on natural light. So the sun's coming up like 7:30-ish, going down around 9 o'clock-ish. So that's plenty of light for them to be able to produce all their eggs without having to add any more supplemental light in the coop. So that's a nice bit of respite on our power bill, let me assure you of that. Anyways, the work day most certainly is not done, but it is supper time, so I'm starving Marvin. I gotta go inside and get myself some hot dogs and a cup of tea, and then come back out and try and use those cordless power tools. But I'll let you go for now. I hope you have a fantastic evening. We'll see you tomorrow.